On one occasion, the Buddha was staying at Dakshinagiri monastery near the Brahmana village of Ekanala, Magadha. At that time, it was sowing season. Brahman Kasi-Bharadvaja had 500 plows yoked to oxen working his land. Then, in the early morning, the Blessed One went to where Kasi-Bharadvaja was working, and food distribution was underway for the peasants. On arrival, the Blessed One stood to one side holding his alms bowl. When Kasi-Bharadvaja saw the Blessed One standing for alms, he said conceitedly,
"Recluse, I plow and sow. Having plowed and sown, I eat. You too, recluse, should plow and sow. You eat after having plowed and sown."
The Buddha replied, "I too, Brahman, plow and sow. Having plowed and sown, I eat."
But we don't see the Master Gautama's yoke or plow, plowshare, goad or oxen, and yet the Master Gautama claims he plow and sow.
Then Kasi-Bharadvaja spoke in verse.
"A plowman you claim to be, but your plowing we do not see. Do tell us about your plowing, so that we may know your plowing."
The Buddha replied in verse, "Faith is my seed, austerity my rain, wisdom my yoke and plow, modesty my pole, mind the strap, mindfulness is my plowshare and goad. Guarded in body, guarded in speech, restrained in food, I make truth the weed cutter, and enlightenment my deliverance. Exertion my beast of burden, bearing me toward Nibbana, takes me without turning back to where, having gone, one does not grieve. That is how I plow. It has deathlessness as its fruit. Thus plowed, one is unyoked from all suffering." Satisfied, Kasi-Bharadvaja filled a bronze bowl with milk rice and offered it to the Blessed One.
"May Master Gautama eat this milk rice. The Master is indeed a plowman, for the Master Gautama plows the plowing that bears the fruit of deathlessness."
But the Blessed One refused the offer, saying, "What has been received by reciting verses, O Brahman, I should not eat. That is not the tradition of those practicing right livelihood. What has been received by reciting verses, O Brahman, the awakened ones reject, that being their dharma, their way of life. To those fully perfect great sage, taintless and well-disciplined, should you serve with other food and drink, makes a sure field for one looking for merit."
"To whom then, Master Gautama, should I give this milk rice?"
Brahman, in the worlds of devas, maras, deities or men, I do not see anyone who is able to rightly digest this milk rice now, except the Tathagata or his disciples. In that case, Brahman, throw it away in a place with no grass, or in water with no creatures." When Kasi-Bharadvaja threw the milk rice into water, it hissed and sizzled and steamed like heated iron in water. In complete awe and with hair standing on ends, Kasi-Bharadvaja immediately went down on his knees with his head at the Blessed One's feet and said,
"Most excellent, O Gautama, is your teaching, most excellent. Just as a man would set upright what is overturned, reveal what is concealed, Point out the way to one gone astray. Bring an oil lamp into the darkness so that those with eyes could see. Even so, the Dhamma has been declared in many ways by the Venerable Gautama. I take refuge in the Venerable Gautama, in the Dhamma, and in the Sangha. I wish to receive ordination.
Then the Blessed One accepted the Brahman Kasi-Bharadvaja into the order, and not long after, Venerable Bharadvaja became an Arahant.